Hey everyone, this is 007 from Russia with Love. Again, in terms of, I guess this is technically a licensed game, but it's not tied. I mean, it is tied to the second James Bond movie, but it takes a lot of liberties, obviously, with that whole aesthetic. And what's also very new about this James Bond game that makes it very different from Nightfire, essentially, that came out before it, is that it's a third-person shooter game. So now you're playing as Sean Connery, James Bond, and you're basically in this 3D environment, and again, it's your third person, and so now enemies will have like these special target points on them, where if you shoot them in the right spot, they will stumble or drop their weapon, and you'll get extra points for it. And so this kind of roughly goes over the story of From Russia with Love, but obviously doing a lot more with it, obviously. The other thing, too, is there's like some point at the end of the game where they're obviously doing like a fan edit or something where you take down, the big bad. But then they're like, oh, there's been a nuclear bomb detected. You need to take out, this blast or whatever, or the bomb at this facility within 24 hours. And this new plot point comes out of absolutely nowhere. And it's just an excuse to do like an extra level, which I think is really nice. But yeah, I was never really a fan of the 3D James Bond, or rather the third-person James Bond. Nightfire just nailed it so well, and so, like, I don't know, it just nailed it really well. The formula, the combination of FPS, and here they're trying to do a bunch of other really weird, crazy stuff that wasn't really, I mean, it was interesting, I guess, but I remember it was kind of clunky with the hand-to-hand combat. I never felt really satisfied with how it, worked. And just in general, I don't know, I just wanted something, I wanted something more intense, I guess. And this felt kind of hokey-dokey kind of thing. Like it's like a very silly kind of game. It also did have local multiplayer, which was a very strange experience. The multiplayer in this game was, because it was all third person, you had this scenario where you could run up to people and everyone would always go for, the rocket launcher on the map, and you'd be able to take a full, rocket launcher blast to the face, and you could, jump back up again. I mean, overall, it was a fine game, but honestly, very, very, very forgettable, I would say, in the grand scope of things. This game also had a co-op mode, and so there's certain sections where you'd have to stealth together, and so it was very difficult to kind of do that, in sync, and you'd have to fight this tank. And yeah, everything about this game was kind of like okay, but also kind of janky at the same time. I really don't know how to feel about it. It's just kind of very whatever, I guess, at the end of the day, and it's not Nightfire. It just never can get back up there. And again, this is just a weird kind of game, I feel. I don't really have much else to say about it, to be honest, except it exists and you really shouldn't play it, honestly. Anyway, guys, that's it. See ya.